Have you ever wondered how your phone remembers your username, or how a simple calculator holds on to the numbers you punch in? It all comes down to how these devices store information in invisible memory. Learning to write instructions for that memory, using a programming language like C, doesn't require any prior coding experience. It functions like the language lessons we all had in kindergarten. Like building a language, we start with alphabets to form words, sentences, and paragraphs. C programming follows this path. We group alphabets, digits, and symbols to build constants, variables, and keywords. These form instructions, ultimately becoming a complete program. Programming involves picking up a specific vocabulary to write structured instructions that the computer can follow. Picture computer memory as a massive warehouse. Inside, we create variables, storage boxes where contents can swap out anytime, like replacing a 5 with a 10. But for data that never changes, like pi, we use constants, heavy, locked safes, permanently sealed. Managing computer memory comes down to making a simple choice, deciding which information needs a flexible, changeable box and which needs a locked safe. We can't use a generic box for everything. The computer must know exactly what data enters the warehouse to allocate the right space. We match the box to the data. For a round number like 50, we pick a medium int box. For a single letter like A, a tiny char box saves space. For decimals, a larger float box holds the extra detail. The C language also has 32 special words built into its foundation, known as keywords. Words like auto, the command break, or return are native blocks. Because these keywords are already claimed by the computer, you cannot use them to name your storage boxes. If you try to label a box with a reserved word, the system gets confused and stops running. Choosing the correct box size and avoiding reserved names ensures data is stored efficiently without breaking the computer's logic. Let's put these concepts to work by building a calculator program that asks for two numbers and adds them together. We always start with a few setup lines. We include header files, which act like dictionaries, so our program knows how to execute commands. Then we write main, which acts as the front door where the computer actually starts reading our instructions. The instruction int ABC builds 3 empty integer boxes in memory. Next, printf asks the user for numbers, and scanf drops them securely into boxes A and B. Finally, C equals A plus B adds them, storing the result in C. Finally, we use one more printf command to tell the computer to look inside box C and read the answer back to the user. This line-by-line process is how we translate a human idea into a physical action inside the memory warehouse. Now it is your turn to practice. Try taking the program we just built and swapping out the addition symbol. See if you can turn it into a tool that subtracts or multiplies. Next, try writing a program that calculates simple interest. You will need to handle decimals for the interest rate, which means you have to upgrade your storage boxes from int to float. Remember our 4 core tools. Variables are changeable boxes, constants are locked safes, data types determine box size, and keywords are reserved names. Mastering all of these basic elements is exactly like learning an alphabet. Once you know the letters, you can combine them to build the software you want to see in the world.